recent reports have shown that Donald Trump is trying to get his border wall completed, or at least as much of it completed as possible, before Joe Biden gets sworn in and essentially calls off the entire project. Hopefully calls off the entire project. That's actually something Joe Biden probably needs to be asked, something he needs to say publicly, like, yeah, I'm going to stop this idiotic wall. But nevertheless, Trump thinks it's going to happen, so he is having the contractors essentially doing as much as fast as possible to get as much built. Well, according to a new report out this week, a couple of whistleblowers have come forward saying that some of the contractors working on Donald Trump's border wall are actually smuggling Mexicans into the country, armed Mexicans, not sure if they're smuggling them in with their own weapons or if they're giving them weapons. And they've even created a little dirt road that nobody knows about to bring these people in to protect the border wall on the American side. Here is what the New York Times reported. The whistleblowers said Ultimate Concrete, it's the name of the contractors, went so far as to build a dirt road to expedite illegal border crossing to sites in San Diego using construction vehicles to block security cameras. An unnamed supervisor at the Army Corps of Engineers approved the operation according to a complaint filed in February and released this past Friday. So this isn't something that just started. This is something that, according to the complaint, had been going on since February. Or that's when the complaint was actually filed. So it had been going on even longer than that. And according to the complaint, the Army Corps of Engineers is involved in it. The contractors are involved in it. This is a big coordinated effort to smuggle in, like the very purpose of the wall, right? Isn't that supposed to be to not let illegal people come in? And yet the people who are in charge of not letting illegal people come in are bringing in illegal people to protect the wall that's supposed to keep out the illegal people. I don't know, folks. The logic on this is mind-blowing because it's absolutely insane. But to be honest, it does underscore a bigger point here. You know who benefits the most from people coming across the border illegally? Major corporations in the United States. Why do you think we never have any real action on immigration? Like, the only reason Trump did it is because his base is pretty freaking racist and they wanted it done. Corporations have been opposed to this since day one because they like that cheap labor coming across the border so they can exploit it. They can take advantage of these desperate human beings, treat them as if they're not even human beings on the same level as them. And that's what our own contractors, they're being paid with our tax dollars, by the way. That's what they're doing in this particular situation as well, according to these two whistleblowers. This is something that the Biden camp or the Biden administration, once they get in power, they're going to need to investigate this. And if it turns out they did, then it's time for the federal government to sue and get all of our tax dollars back for the border wall. And that may be the only silver lining. If you're breaking the laws, you're going to pay the money back. But on top of that, Joe, when you get in office, you got to make sure they don't just pay us back. Put them in jail. Put them in jail. Put an end to this project and come up with a safe and humane way for people to cross this border. They want to come to America, the land of opportunity, to make a better life for themselves. Fantastic. We need them. Study after study has shown that the American economy is dependent on people coming up from our southern border and working here. We benefit from that. And we're trying to wall it off, not even thinking about the economic consequences, let alone the humanitarian consequences of it. We are so backwards in this country that it is absolutely mind-blowing. But the fact that these contractors who are using our tax dollars to build this wall brought in, allegedly, armed guards from Mexico to protect their border wall really highlights everything wrong with American immigration policy, with the federal government's contracting policies, and with corporate America itself.